We're sitting here in the fall sun with Vad Moskowitz, who is a fiber artist. Vad, what do you think you're most well known for making?
Gee whiz. Depends on which period of my life you're talking about. I think probably now I have probably more people buying Christmas ornaments, which they give me long sentimental stories about what they've done with them. And the first one I sold was to a woman who was going on a holiday tour with her husband and a cruise. And they took this little tiny Christmas tree to hang in their cabin, and they remembered it every year when they got it.
During the studio tour, people come in and meet you. Do you think that they're expecting to see lots of big woven items, or?
I don't know, because most of them have been coming so long to see me. They know that I have a variety of things, and I think mostly they used to just like to come and visit my farmhouse and sit down at my loom, and I would let them weave and I'd show them how it worked. And I think it was just more of the experience. I mean, I sold a lot of art, but I think that they were coming there more to see what was going on and to enjoy Great Falls.
Well,
sometimes I felt like I might have to give them dinner because they stayed so long.
We have a whole new audience for this year's studio
Yes.
tour, so, you know.
No dinner.
Right! All bets are off and we can start in a different direction. Do you want to tell me about this piece that you bought? Because I don't necessarily think of you as making things that come in frames.
I am going to make more of them, especially since I've had so much time to think and do different things in these last few months. And I started out weaving, making rugs and wall pieces for offices and stuff like that. And then I went overseas and came back, and I thought, I'll just make frivolous stuff. I'll make ornaments and pocketbooks and things that people can touch. And that was fun. But now I have a whole notebook of one of the things I love about weaving is its geometric aspects. And so I have a whole notebook full of little geometric and twill variations that I think I would like to try starting to do. So I'm just going off in a different direction, actually. But what I've got right now is what I've had before. So.
When I've seen you on previous studio tours, your purses seem popular.
Well, yeah, it's fun to have them, and they're one of a kind, and people feel like they're wearing art. I think of them that way, but I just think that I'm ready to move on.
Do you hear back from those people who bought a purse? Do they use it, or do they sort of have it as a piece of art?
I went to an anniversary party, a 50th anniversary party for somebody in my neighborhood at a country club. And I noticed hanging off the back of just about all of the chairs in the dinner was one of my pocketbooks. So
they had come with all different people. She hadn't decorated the chairs.
No, she had not decorated the chairs. So obviously people enjoy them. It depends on whether you're an artist. I think artists think of them as art, and other people just think of them as clothes.
But they might not have bought it to begin with.
Well, whatever.
Do you teach at all?
I used to. I taught for 13 years in Waterford, beginning weaving, and I loved doing that because everybody who came wanted to do it. And I taught a lot of children's arts classes after school and things like that. There was one year that Fairfax County cut back on art education, so we had after-school classes in Reston and Great Falls. So. But mostly I don't teach. I mean, I've also taught a lot of my neighbors who inherited a loom or something. I go over and show them how to get them started on it. So.
As a beginning artist, who inspired you?
I started out as a potter. I have a degree in ceramic design. And when I actually got married and started living a real life, I realized that it was going to be a long time before I could afford all of the equipment to be a potter. And I love textiles, so I just started. The loom was a lot cheaper than a kiln.
Well, that's a good practical answer.
Well, you do as you have to.
Yes, yes. Does nature, like I'm sitting here looking at all these greens and browns and oranges, and then I'm looking at you. Do you draw inspiration
I
from?
get inspired. You're going to kill you. I get inspired driving and looking at the patterns of shadows on the trucks that are driving in front of me. I see these geometrics on the back. I get inspired by looking at everything. A building, the way the lines are pulled down in the windows of a big office building. It's just, I guess I see things in big squares with variations on them.
Well, thank you, Vad. We'll all have to look at things in a different point of view
I
ourselves
made a
now.
quick fool of myself.